Okay, all right. Hello, everyone. Hello, Mark and Claire and Hugh and Joodles is here. Brilliant. And Mark Thorosian and Kerry and Maltese Phil is here. So that's brilliant. So we got Claire C again is here. Kerry is here. Marianne out in Peekskill is here. It's here. We're all here, even though we're all across the world. Shanks is here. Alex is here. This is so good. This is so good. We've got a lot of people here. How are you? I'm a bit. I'm gonna need your help again today. I don't feel it today. I'm having another cup of tea. I'm having a double tea. I put two tea bags in. I don't think that's good to do, but I'm going to do that. I'm going to. I was looking for something. I was looking for something. Um, what did we do this at? I'm just looking at the newspaper, the Twitter. It says that Keir Starmer, according to an American guy, would have lost World War II. But he is, that's probably true. He would have lost World War II. But he's winning World War III, but for the wrong team. That was my little thought. I don't know if that's funny or not, but it struck me as being funny. He's winning it for, he's not on our team. The king is not on our team. Can hardly hear you. There you go. I forgot to upset this. There you go. Thank you very much for the information. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Let's get going on this thing. Where are we? Let's get back on track. I didn't ask the producer. How are you doing today, producer? Oh, good. Okay, that's good news. So we've got 20 viewers in the chat right now. In the chat, so this is all good. We've got 985 subscribers. How do you like that? 985. So we're 15 short of the subscribers. You can hear us now. Joe is in the house. Hello, Joe. The producer's mood depends on your mood, Lewis. Is that true? Is your mood? He just doesn't want to be bothered. The Qatari royal family owns more of London than Charles does. Yeah, because this country gave away its oil. They didn't give it to Charles. Lucy, good to see you, Lucy. Really good to see you. And let's see what else is going on. So we've got 25. Oh my God, can I take a nap right now? That's what I feel like doing. I don't even feel like taking a nap. I just feel like getting back on track. What did I want to do here? I wanted to go here, 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 and then there. Okay, we're back. Do you remember when they first came out with the computers at the airports and things like that? You don't remember because there's always been an airport, but I remember that. And I remember that people used to sit there and typing if you're renting a car, and they would type like forever, a million things. I don't even know what they were doing. Lewis, are you planning any changes when you reach 1,000 subs? Yeah, well, I guess maybe we'll try to be financially locked in, I guess. Why is it important that the Qatari family, Lucy, owns more of London than Charlie? Who is Charlie? Who is he? He doesn't even own it. We own it. We let him pretend that he owns the thing. Pete's Transport. Good evening, everybody. I feel like taking a nap. That's promising, Lewis. I know it's not good. You shouldn't start a show thinking you're going to take a nap. But what am I going to do differently today? I went out. I went for a walk in the park to pick up rubbish in the park. It's always depressing. It's depressing to see what London looks like. There's lots of lovely people around here, and there's lots of people who are lovely in their own way, too. Basically. They're lovely people, but I'm not into the lovely people. I'm not in. Simon Arnold, good to see you, Simon. He says loud and clear. You, Jared, I have no charge, so not sure how long I'll be here. Well, number one, why don't you go buy yourself one of those portable chargers? That's what everybody has. I carry one with me all the time to make sure that it doesn't go out. Am I right to have one of those things? And I'm not Mr. Birdie prepared. Judel says, Blatty and you. Blatty Bloody you. Bloody you. Appalling preparation. Yeah, she's right. Joodles is right. I mean, you can't, there's no excuses. You should always be near an outlet. Do you have one of those, producer? Do you have a portable charger that you have? He's not answering me. He's not. He's got his heavy duty earphones on. He's not listening. Yeah, bringing sanity to the chat. I don't think I am. I don't think today. I think today is going to be one of those days. I I took a bit of a bath. That's why I look so clean. I'm wearing a t-shirt. This is not the best look for me, but it is something. I don't know whether it is as good as it's going to get, really. I mean, I'm not as good looking as I'd like to be. I mean, unless you want to lie to me and tell me how good looking I am, you can do that. So that's number one. We could talk about the Notting Hill Festival, which I've never been to. You know, I mean, I don't know if Notting Hill is the same place that it used to be. We could talk about. Um, Thank you, Claire. See, Claire always says something nice. She says I look great. Avocado Man is here. Same bums and broads. Yeah, yeah, we're all the same. I mean, there'll be new people coming in. There's new people coming in all the time. I guess we have 985 subscribers. We're going to get more. Maybe we won't get more. Maybe this is all it's going to be. I used all my battery talking to Joodles about you, so my battery wasn't wasted. All right, well, there you go. There you go. There you go. So you're talking to Joodles. What did you say about me? Now you've piqued my interest. I like that people are talking about me. I like that. Oh, you were kidding. Were you kidding? Don't kid. The lightning looks great today. The lighting or lightning? The lighting or lightning? Kinsey says hello. She wasn't here yesterday, Kinsey. Where were you yesterday? We missed you yesterday. So that's good. That's really good. Kerry says hello to Kinsey. Hey, Kinsey, says Joe. Says Mark says hi, Kinsey. There she is. She's here. I missed you yesterday. I didn't say where were you, but I was thinking where were you. I may be spreading paranoia, but I never use public phone chargers. Never know what you're getting off your phone. I don't think that's paranoia. Is that paranoia? No, it's concern. I think Maltese Phil, you're right. Who knows? Who knows what they're doing with the public phone chargers? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the little tiny little battery pack ones. I was watching the footy yesterday. What was the footy? Which footy? Lights, Lewis. Do we need more lights? I think the lights are all right. What footy were you watching? I picked up a football magazine listing all of the games coming up for my team, Crystal Palace. The tone has been lowered early today. Yeah, I've run out of energy even before the show started, but I'm probably going to pick it up. I'm probably going to pick it up. Crystal, have they started the season yet? No, they couldn't have started the season. Have they started the season? No, I'm kidding. Velikovsky was mentioned, as was Spontaneous Generation. I saved the utter filth for this thread, says you, Jarrett. Is the football match on? Did I miss that already? Or is it all over? Oh, you're talking about Avocado Man, Lucy. Let me just see what it says here. I've got an app. To find out what's going on. My Sky Sports app. That's been going on for like 25 years. Today, Liverpool and Palace are playing the Community Shield. It went 2-2, and they are picking penalties now. Oh my God. So who's going to keep track of that? Who's going to tell me what's going on? We should be talking about that. Premier League starts next weekend, Lewis. The fact that I'm even interested in it is amazing. Because I'm not from this country. I don't think the producer's not even interested in. Sunderland play West Ham next week. That's a good thing. I'm a big Sunderland supporter, and I support West Ham to a lesser degree. Lewis has said, do you know Lou Skunk? Louis Skunk. I don't know what that means. Avocado. Marianne is in the house. Mark. It is bright and sunny, 87 degrees with low humidity and a good breeze. Well, for New York, that's brilliant. That's really brilliant. I mean, it doesn't get to 87 degrees here. What is the temperature here about? Let's find out what the temperature here is. We're finding out what's going on in the world. That's how you know. 27 degrees. What is 27 degrees here in London? Let's see what that is. 27, 27 Celsius to Fahrenheit. 80 degrees. It's 80 degrees today, and that's considered to be a hot day. Is it not? It's 1-1 on penalties, says Kinsey. Okay, Kinsey's in the game. Doncaster Rovers beat Mansfield Town yesterday, which is nice. Yes, Doncaster. I would say, yeah, Doncaster, Mansfield Town. Marianne McCara says, hey, Claire C., Joodles, and Joe, and everyone else. Kerry Macca enters the room. There you go. Skunts. I've had a few loose skunts. Oh, I see what that means. Arsenal. Did you know that didn't Liverpool win the Premiership last year? Please take an interest in preparing the English game and get yourself to a cricket match. I'm happy to go with you and explain what the holy heck is happening. You can. I mean, the stuff that I don't really follow cricket that much. I know a bit about it. I went. King 77 703 doesn't need to explain it, but I appreciate it. I finally realized what he meant by that. I try to pretend that I don't know these jokes, because that way, if I don't laugh, it's not your fault. Blimey, it's 29 degrees here in sunny Malta, so it was 27 degrees here in London. Well, remember, you're surrounded by an ocean, which cools things down quite a bit. Malteseville. Leo K was on GB News last night. Yeah, did he do a good job? Of course he did a good job. Pepe Le Pew was a loose skunk. Oh, I see. She's being very, very, very analytical and serious, Lucy. Hey, Marianne McCara and Joodles and anyone I've missed, says Joe. She's saying hello to everybody. I don't think that that's necessary. The hundreds are starting soon, described as cricket for people who hate cricket. The hundreds. Why is it hundreds? Is it 100 overs? Is that how you play it? Cheese String is in the house. You are teasing us with the knee. Yeah, it's my best quality, I think, maybe. It's a good quality. It's just this little bit of the knee. We're all going to feel it at some point. All my life, Kerry says, people have spelled my name wrong. Mark, my dad did it once on my birthday card. There was no exclamation point there, but that's probably what you meant. Hey, Lewis, let's get deep down. Yeah, and smutty the way you like it. Question, have you ever... We're not talking about that. Which going to be nice. I've been listening to, some YouTube today, and they don't say the things we need, you would say normally, because we can't. No, Palace won on penalties. They won the Community Shield. Oh my God, they're really moving on in the world. They were almost in the European Championships, whatever. All the ways to spell your name right, Kerry. There's a lot of different ways. It's your own fault. My name, Lewis, Lewis. No one ever spells that right. But that's just the way it is. No one ever spelled my last name right. There's no right. There's no right. I'm not happy with my name. I'm not happy. Mark the Rosian says, Kins, you support Arsenal, do you not? Mark the Rosian needs to know. John Loins is here. Lewis, I'm hoping GB News book you for the Friday night show with a live audience. If they have the book, yeah, maybe they do. You could do, just go up to Patrick Christie and don't mention that I said this and say, hey, I love that you have Lewis Schaffer on the show. There you go. Get in there, Palace. That's right. We support Crystal Palace. It's a really good team. I mean, there are lots of great teams, but it's not a violent team. The people are friendly. I go to a lot of the games. I never feel threatened by anybody there. It's really nice. Claire C is always good when she gets to see Lewis. Yeah, it's always good. It is good. It's good. And you see me in person, you say, "Oh my God, I know that guy. I've been watching him on the video for so long." And then you see that I'm so similar to. Am I similar to what I am on the TV? I am. What did Russ do that was bad? What did Russ do? Okay, block Russ. What are you doing, Russ? Lucy needs to know. What are you doing? She's serious. Jared says the description of the hundreds is entirely accurate. It's a wonderful day out, but it's not cricket. Why? Because cricket is 4 or 5 days. Is that what it is, Hugh Jarrett? Yeah, but you don't need to do that. He just needs attention. Russ is on his period, says Lucy. Laugh out loud, Ruben. He's embarrassed in front of the producer. He wants a purple crown. Maybe that's what he wants. Will you get a purple crown for doing that? Russ says his account gets hacked when on YouTube. Is that what he says? I don't believe that. Possible, though. Possible. Possible. Thank you, Carrie. Carrie loves my name. See, that's really lovely of you to say that. To say that. Ruben says, "Hi, Claire. Hope you're good." These are all good. All things are good. Jared. Okay, yeah. So let's get back on track. Russ has a sticky finger, yeah, from going to Rio's place. There you go. That's a good one. Also, John Loyne says that, a sticky finger. Is that what the joke is? Lucy says he's on his period. Don't be nice, Russ. It doesn't sound like you're being nice, but it could be misperceived. Joodles do it. We need a clear out. Yeah, let's get rid of some of the people. Who are you gonna get rid of? I don't know if anybody's bad here. Joke. What does a burnt pizza, a frozen beer, and a pregnant woman have in common? Burnt pizza, a frozen beer, and a pregnant woman in common. Says Maltese Phil. Someone forgot to pull out in time. My favorite boy's name is Lewis. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. 42 people in the chat on a Sunday. Very good, Kinsey. If you look at Kinsey's, whatever photograph that she has, her round little photograph, it's quite interesting. I'm blocking Kerry for fawning over Lewis too much. Yeah, well, why don't you fawn over me, Mark? What? Maybe if you fawned over me, somebody else wouldn't fawn over me, but they have to do it because you haven't done your job. I need someone to fawn over me. Great to see Palace players and fans celebrating. Yeah, it is a champ. Is that the first championship that Crystal Palace has ever had? The Community Shield, the first plaque, whatever. I think that's amazing. Keep me, Lewis. Keep me, Lewis. You are the best part of my day. Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Claire. You are the best part of my day. Cricket is about someone bouncing a very hard object at your face for 3 days and saying, "Well bowled," when they finally hit you in the teeth. Yeah, the ball can hurt. It's a harder ball than baseball, but it doesn't go as fast and it has to bounce on the ground first. Everyone hates me. They don't hate you. You're just being a bit of a problem at this moment. I don't hate you. Kerry says, Lewis likes your body, Mark. Yeah, I saw it. I saw the thing. It was really good. I don't like bodybuilders, generally speaking, but I thought it was all right. That's what this show is about. It's about getting thin, working on our thinness and being beautiful. Isn't that important, Kerry? It is important. Isn't that important, Joodles, and everybody, for us to be fit? I woke up today, I weighed 78.6 kilograms. So the next step, it's going to be hard. This is the very hard part, is getting into the 77s. I haven't been down in the 77s in about 8 months. 8 years, sorry, not 8 months. It's very, very hard. I can't be banned, says Russ, because I identify as a Jew. Yes, you can. First of all, Jews don't believe in people who identify as Jews. And number two, Jews are not as loving to each other as they should be. We're not all like Muslims. I mean, not that Muslims love each other, but, there are lots of fighting amongst the Jews. What sports did I play as a kid? Well, we used to play touch football a lot, and we used to play softball a lot. basketball. We played all the sports. I wasn't that good at it. I didn't think I was good at sports. Probably better now. Maybe not better now, but I could have been pretty good. What did you play, John? What was your sport? I think the best playing sport is football. There's always one or two. Everybody's got to get the ball in football. There's no player who's like, let's avoid getting this guy the ball. Everybody's got to get the ball. I don't hate you, Russ, says Mark the Ryerson. I mildly dislike you. But then you like Seinfeld, so I'm conflicted. I guess Mark likes yeah. Claire C. Yes. Great weight, Lewis. That's what I like to hear. 78.6. I need to be a little, I don't know whether you can see. You can see. You can see. I mean, I'm wearing kind of, this is a little bit, okay, a little bit of something there. Just a little bit. I want to be nice and flat chested. The she isn't.
Is it even possible to get your chest that flat without like doing weight training on your chest and building muscle?
Okay, it's just been asked by the producer. Is it possible? Because I have a little thing about my chest.
I don't think it's possible.
It is possible. Yes,
It's
it
not
is.
possible.
It
Especially
is.
at your age.
So you think I'll always have like
If you look at like people your age who, like without their shirt on, like
yeah,
what's his name, Arnold Schwarzenegger, him,
yeah.
he has that like a little flab. It's probably not possible.
I thought it wasn't possible, but I'm beginning to think, and I do probably agree with you. It's probably not possible to be
You need to,
completely.
like, go to the gym and
Maybe I need surgery. How about surgery? Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
maybe that's what I need is surgery. So that's a good question. The producer just asked a relevant question. It's always an honor for him to be listening in on me. But he asked, is it possible for me to get rid of this little bit of what they can hear?
Yeah.
For me to get rid of this thing, you know?
Anyway.
Baseball is for pussies. No, it's not. Not when the ball's coming at your head at 100 miles an hour, deliberately coming at your head. Rachel is here. Good to see you. Right, you haven't missed that much. I mean, basically, we talk about the same thing we always talk about. I always talk about. I know a couple of Satanists, Jarrett says, and they hate each other. They claim each other. One isn't a true Satanist. Yeah, that's because that was come in. That's what Judel said. Name a religion that doesn't have infighting. Well, name any people who don't have infighting. But the thing about, yeah. But the thing about the Muslims is they're all joining together on a team right now. On one team, but then, then they'll maybe split it up. What's the blood pressure? It's about 170 over 100, Simon Arnold, at 61 beats a minute. That was my blood pressure this morning. Baseball is not for pussies, Ruben. Okay, everyone's saying hello to Rachel. Hello, Rachel, says Claire. And hello, Rachel, says Mark the Ryerson. And Judels, you're correct about religion. I know a couple of... That was a good joke. The Jedster. We refer to those as lubes. Lubes. What is a lube? That's a relationship to a joke, Jedster. I missed the setup to it, but that sounds like a funny punchline. Mark the Ryerson says, Lewis, you're looking very attractive today. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mark. And so do you. I totally appreciate it. I appreciate someone like you who takes care of the way he looks to say that I look attractive today. I totally appreciate that. So thank you very much. You'll have to blind them, Lewis. Or bind them. But bind what? You'll have to bind them. I don't know what that's in reference to. Bind them. Rachel, Claire C. Rachel says, Claire C. Mine is going very well. Oh my God, that's hilarious. What was hilarious? What did I miss with that? Be proud of we call them lubes. Oh, I get it. They're not moves, they're lubes. Be proud of your lubes. Gynecomastia is what it's called. We've got some very smart people. Very, very smart people. Lewis is looking in a relaxed position today. I'm about to fall asleep, Singo. Thanks for no. They're moobs, they're man boobs. So, I mean, people say, oh, you're fine. Because my BMI is about 24.5, which I know BMI is built. Don't give me an argument. I know it is. But I think I could be thinner. I want to be thin. I would still be muscly because I eat a lot of meat because I run around. I'm not going to be muscly. But I don't want to be. I want to be really slender. I want to be like Iggy Pop. You know that about me. How much do you guys weigh? Let's go into this. Mark, you can tone your chest, Lewis, if you want to. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lose the weight and then I'll tone the chest. Family infighting, it's normal and a thing. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say. I mean, yeah. I mean, the Jews don't kill each other. There's too few of us to kill. It's only 15 million of us versus 2 billion Islamists. So Russ says, the king, I have that. I read it's genetic, but no males in my family have it. It's also caused by cannabis smoking, but I've never done that. Well, I'm going to give you the answer, Russ. What do you think causes gyno? What do you think causes that? First of all, it's at raised elevated levels, number one. And what causes raised elevated levels? Eating plants, carbs. Don't eat carbs. You won't get the big tits. You won't be fat. Stop being fat. That's what we're working on. We need to be thin and good looking so that when people get together, you go, yeah, I would do you. I would do. This is where the dirty Lewis Schaffer. Decline chest best. What does that mean? Chest best for man boobs, says Ruben. Hello, Claire. See how you doing, Tools? Toots. My lesbian best friend forever gets binders. Oh, I see. From the trans clinic. Yeah, that's not right. That's not right. I mean, I like all kinds of boobs. I like all kinds of small boobs, no boobs, any boobs. You know, I'm more flexible now than I've ever been. Wear a man's ear. What is a man's ear? Helen B is here. That's so good. Alex B. Man boobs are due to bloody fat mainly, or gyno, yes. And it comes from eating too much carbs. It is. Bodybuilders get it and call it BITCH, says King 77703. Red hot pokers at dawn. Judith is always telling jokes among all of her people there. Lewis, how could you say my name so perfectly for weeks, then pronounce it wrong? Thorosian. Okay. You know what? I'm sorry, Mark, but I do appreciate you saying this. But Claire C weighs under 81 kilograms this morning. That's so brilliant. That is so. Gynokinemastia. Says Lucy. Always with the help. Which is good. Kerry says, could you tone your cheek, Mark? Could you tone it? Well, yeah, if you chew on red meat, that's why I'm looking better and better because I chew on red meat. And you make sure your teeth, the front teeth, whatever, the top teeth are in front of the back teeth. Ian Bunker is here. Everybody wave hello to Ian. Hey, Ian. If you converted to Islam, you could have 4 wives. Yeah, I'll tell you which wives I would have. I would have Kerry, and I would have Cheese String, and Lucy, and Claire, and Joodles, and Joe, and I'd have you all. I've thought about that. I almost had 2 wives, but they did not like it. They didn't have 2 wives, but they didn't like it. The women don't like it. I got a message from my friend Russ in New York, so let's just see what he sends. Oh, there's the 2 of us at the tennis museum. Look at how great he looks. Look at that smile. Look at me. Look at how great I look. So thin. I'm not muscly like he is, like Russ. I should put the picture up. I'll put the picture up. Yeah, it's great. He's brilliant, my friend Russ. He's brilliant. Girls like Russ a lot. Leanne too. Totally into Leanne. Totally. She could be a wife. It's the medication, Lewis. King is correct. What did King say about the medication? Pete's transport is in the house. I'm 30. I'm whatever you are. You went ahead of me. I'm like falling behind. I'm 79 kilograms now. Lost 1 kilogram over the past few weeks. Pete's transport. Let's give Pete a round of applause. Anybody else have good news where they've lost 1 kilogram or half a kilogram or even 200 grams or something? Okay. Ruben says, yes, it is, Lewis, and you know it. English only let girls play it, and it's called rounders. Baseball. No, you haven't. They throw the ball extremely hard at baseball. Extremely hard. Why would he want one, Ian Bunker? Why would I want one wife? I think the more wives you have, honestly, is they'll keep themselves in line. They'll fight over your attention. They won't think they're the only one in the world, I guess. What is wrong with four wives? I mean, yeah. She-string Lewis, would you call yourself a horny man? Um, I don't know. Do I seem like a horny man? Cheese string. Do I seem that way? You, Jared, says, hold on. Are you saying that if women eat only plants, they get big boobs? Yes, I am saying that. I'm only taking my dates to vegetarian restaurants from now on. Yes. Yeah, then they could be fat and have big boobs. Yes, yes, yes. I believe that. Google it. Don't trust me. I'm too lazy today to Google it. It's the medication, Lewis says. What medication was King 7703 proposing? So you, Jared, it's the plants. Plants they raise your estrogen levels and they make you fat, and fat is big boobs. Four wives and no drink. Is this for me, Leanne? Yeah, Leanne. Mark the Rosie and Claire. See, would you rather share Lewis or not have him at all? That's a good question. Would you rather share me, Claire? Mark says. Zingo said she gained 2 Morrisons, which is 2.75 each yesterday. What did you? Because you had the 2 trifles. You had the two trifles. I think you've got more of a chance with Lewis, Mark. Yeah, you do you have a bigger chance than you think you do. Let's see. Yeah. So you ate a lot. You had the 2 trifles yesterday. Did you weigh yourself every day? I think you really need to. Or 72 goats, Ruben says. I don't know what that's in reference to. Eat your plants, ladies. Ignore what Lewis says. You know what? Yeah, Mark says she can share. She can share. I'll take a share. I won't even take a share. You know what it is? It's like if I have, let's say I've got 4 wives. That means that's 3 of you who don't have maybe any wives or have a cheating wife, or maybe I have 3 cheating wives. Who knows what the story is? I think Lewis would be brilliant in a top-class film. He would be natural. I think I would be too. I've been in a couple of them. Yeah, I'm a celebrity. I'm a star. Thank you very much, Singo. Ruben has very good blood pressure. Very good. Let's see. I find that 64, the fires are dimming, and I'm happy for it. It's a monkey off my back, Ian Bunker says, but my 62-year-old wife is on HRT. It's the problem. It's like George and Mildred. I like George. Who is George and Mildred? I know what you're saying, but you know what? Are you a carnivore or are you eating carbs? If you want to have the energy, I would say my energy is way bigger than when I was 58 years old. Way bigger, because I eat an all-meat diet. I had breakfast today. I had steak and 6 eggs and an ounce of butter, which is 28 grams of butter. Can you please do a shout out to my neighbor, Chris? His name is P. Bacon, Crispy Bacon. Crispy Bacon, Russ. Thank you, Russ. We hadn't heard from you in a while. You're right, Lewis, 100%. What am I right about? Tell me what I'm right about. What am I right about? Lewis looks like he'd be good in bed. Yeah, I do, don't I? I'm not good in bed. I'm really not. I'm not one of those people. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I've been historically, I'm not that affectionate, really. And I get tired easily. It's just like, I wish I was, but I'm not. I'm more loving now than I've been. Someone else can have my share. No, that's wrong. We're not giving away Lewis Schaffer Judels. You've got no right to give up your share. Simon Arnold, don't understand it. I drink like a fish, smoke like a trooper, and eat copious amounts of sugar. Yeah, well, you think you do. You probably don't eat as much as you think you do. Mark Rosian, cheese string, speaking their mind, their mind, THEIR mind. Mark the Rosian I don't know what it is. George and Mildred were an old TV series. Okay. Kerry, if it was me and you, we could work it out, Claire. Yeah, you could work it out between you. You know, I love George and Mildred. It's so funny. If I had money, I'd come and visit everybody, but I don't have the money. I watched Man About the House last night with George and Mildred. Are those the two of them? That was a very English program back when this country had English people. I like Terry and Jean too. What I like about Lewis is he lowers your expectations. Yeah, and what do you raise them? Sometimes you raise them in the beginning and then they're dissatisfied or they think, oh, he's just lying to me. With me, I lower them so you think to yourself, oh, it can't be true. It can't be true. Like I told my ex-wife I had no money. She didn't believe me. At least you are honest, Lewis. At least the women will not be disappointed. I've got bad news for you, Alex. Women are always disappointed, even when you're honest with them. Okay, so what is that? Lucy says this. Lucy says this. Did you see the butter they made combining carbon and and hydrogen? No, I didn't see that. Carbon and oxygen and hydrogen, sorry. Well, everything, all carbs are carbon. A carb is a carbon and a hydrogen, carbohydrate, and a carbon, an oxygen, and a hydrogen and an oxygen. So that's not unlikely. That's not butter, though. It's fake butter. I have it on good authority. Lewis is easy if you are a half decent lady. I'm easy. I mean, I don't know. Am I easy? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. Are you easy? Are you easy? Who are you saying? Ian Bunker, are you easy? Men are easy. We're easy. We're easy, especially as we get older. We're easy. You just want somebody nice around. And some of you women sound really nice. You know, some of you women, you do sound nice. You, Jared, says, Claire, you don't work, do you? You live off stocks and shares, you tease. Yeah, she's a rich lady, Claire. So she's got time for Lewis. Youth Joyce, and Brian Murphy. Great stuff. I don't know what that's in reference to, Joe. That is not butter. You can't, it's made with plants, and plants are trans fats or fake fats. They're not even fats. They're hydrogenated oils. Oils are not fat. Lewis, says Zingo. Yeah, Mark Therosian. Am I right, Mark? They're always disappointed. They want to fight. They're up for a fight. They want to be yelled at. They want to yell at you. Zingo, Lewis, I was wondering, do you feel like you are in your 20s? Because you sound like a lot younger than your age. So I feel like I'm in my 20s. No, I don't know. No, I don't feel. I mean, I'm walking around. I'm not energetic at this moment, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think I'm in my 20s? Do you feel Zinger? If I ask you a question, say, Lewis, I don't think that. No. Do you think you're in your 20s? Joke. What do you get when you cross a sheep and a kangaroo? Woolly jumper. Yeah, that's a good one. It's Mark Therosian. It's fake food. It's fake food. I saw you with those girls in the nightclub, Lewis. Yeah. I didn't know that I was fat and ugly. I thought I thought these girls were interested in me. I think you're interested in me. This is what I think. I'm deluded. I'm deluded because men are never told, oh, you're too old for me. We're not told that, but we're too old. Everyone on here is nice, says Mark. Yeah, we are. I think we seem nice. I don't know. Everybody seems nice until you have to borrow money from them or they borrow money from you. Trans always means fake. Yes, it means fake. Joodles is obsessed with the trans things, as I am too. Ian Bunker says, what happened to you? To your fake wife who wrote the song on the ukulele about you? She wasn't a fake wife. She was a stalker. She's my friend Blanche. I don't speak to her that often because I don't get out of the house. I used to get out of the house every week and see her every week. And she'd come to all the shows. She's great. She's a professor at a major university. Smartest women like me. So if you're smart and you say, I don't like him because you're going to like me. What happened? Oh, yeah, that's my friend Blanche. Yes, a round of applause for Crystal Palace. And Marianne says, I don't understand how more than one woman could share a kitchen and remain peaceable. I think one wife is more than enough. Well, I agree with that. I agree with that. Women are too much. They are too much. They are too much. Buy Kerrygold butter. Well, that's the kind of butter that I use. But I also go to Morrison's and buy butter there, or French butter. I like French butter. It makes it feel better. Yeah, I mean, I don't. You don't. First of all, you're not going to be doing any cooking for me. I mean, the producer here cooks like a couple of times a week. It's delicious. It's delicious, but the food doesn't need to be cooked. It doesn't need to be cooked. I eat raw meat and raw eggs, and I recommend that to everybody. Kerry says, none of us can ever unsee that now. What are we unseeing, Kerry? What are we what did Judel say can unsee? Can unsee. Let's see what Kerry came up with. I saw you with those girls. Yeah. Well, yeah, it was ugly. That's what we're trying to do. Raise your hand if you're losing weight right now. Raise your hand. You don't have to say you're thin and perfect, but raise your hand. I'm raising my hand. Every single day I'm trying to lose weight. It's so hard. It's so hard without taking pills and whatever. So I'm with you 100%. And if you're thin and Lewis, just I'll put my arms around you and I just go, oh, you're so beautiful. If you're thin, you can be beautiful. I might have sex with you if you're fat too. But you know what I mean? The thing about being thin, it's like I tell you why men like thin. Is it's like starting off at the beginning, like when we're 20 or 30, whatever. And then the women, it's like we're young again. That's what makes us feel young. Yeah, young. I remember the surreal man-made chickens in Eraserhead. Now it's reality. I didn't see that, but that's a scary movie, Eraserhead, right? And Shanks points that out. Yeah, it's gross. Man-made anything is gross. It's gross. It's gross. I can't stand anyone in my kitchen. I'm the same way. I don't cook my food. What do? I fry. Basically, it's got about 5 minutes worth of frying. I heat up the pan. I put the beef in, one side, two side, side, take it out. Then I put eggs in, take the eggs in, take the eggs out. The eggs are still running. That's what I do. So Carrie doesn't like anybody in her kitchen. So just pay attention. So we've got 4 wives. I can't stand. Yeah. A woman asked me if I could pay for her here's a joke coming, breast enlargement operation. I told her that if she wanted bigger breasts, she should rub toilet tissue in between her breasts because it has done wonders for her bum. That's not Russ. That's not nice. It's funny though. It's funny. Yeah, well, let's be thin and beautiful. Raise your hand if you know it. You feel confident, secure. Raise your hand. Yeah, we all want to be thin and beautiful. Thin and beautiful. Thin and beautiful. I'm interested in you, Lewis. There you go. That's all, Lewis. That's all I need. Am I right? Isn't that all I need? Just tell me you're interested in me. I'm an attention seeker. Say you're interested. Who else are we interested in? I'm interested in you, Claire. I'm interested in you, Mark. Even you, Russ. I'm going to come up to Rio, and who knows what I'm going to do. I could do anything. Give you a great big hug. Maybe pull down. Anyway, when are you next on GB News? We all need you on TV, says Zingo. That is so true. I don't know. I mean, I think they like me. I don't know. I've been so angry. I'm angry. I'm screaming when I'm on the program. It's like someone should scream about what's going on. Let's not. We'll talk about that later. Let's not talk about that now. But thank you, Zingo. Is that really your name, Zingo? Zingo was her name. Oinzingo. Zingo. I try to be nice, but I fail quite often. Yeah. Well, we all do. And nice doesn't always work. And especially like me. I'm always like begging. I'm always begging for people to pay attention to me and talk to me. And I tell them I'm sorry, because I don't want to have to be strong. I'm weak. I'm a little boy. You know what I mean? I'm not that way. I'm not that way. I try to be. You know what it is? I'm not that nice. I should be nicer, but I'm not nice. Isn't that nice? Let's see. What did I do? I lost my place. Let me just catch up here. Lewis, would you sleep with a Muslim woman? Um, that's a good question. Wait. Let me just go up ahead and then I'll think about the answer to it. How did I just pressed one little button. I don't know. I'm back on track. Okay, we're coming back. Here comes Lucy. I've DM'd you the butter video if you want to play it, Lewis. Okay. Let's see. Where is that? Always respect when Lucy says something and does something to me. And how do I repay her? I repay her by being a blathering idiot. By being a blathering idiot to all you people. All you people. I've got some Graham's butter. It's nice and creamy. Graham's butter. Is it really good? Butter is really good. In China, they're making fake eggs. Yeah, fake, fake, fake. We want real stuff while we can before they take it away from us. The butter from Lidl is awesome and quite cheap. Yes, I buy Lidl butter and Morrison's butter. And you can't be sure. There's something lately about Kerrygold that doesn't taste quite as good as it did. Do you notice that? Do you notice that? What's going on? Hold on. I lost my train of thought. Oh, you moved ahead. Judel says, I've been, and there are 0 of those Sylvanian families running about, Hugh. I don't know what that's a reference to. Donna Aylesbury. Hello, Donna. Hello, Donna. Always good to see Donna. Donna, we were talking about having Lewis Schaffer have 4 wives, so if you'd like to be one of Lewis Schaffer's wives. You had wood pigeon last night. What did it taste like? Chicken? Was it all right? It's probably good wood pigeon, isn't it? I would think it would be quite good. Okay, the fat is the same as in butter, but it has no vitamins and nutrients. Well, I don't want to say you're wrong about this, Lucy, because I know you know most things, but anything that's made of plants is not fat. It's an oil, and fat from cows like tallow or lard, when it reaches a certain temperature, it becomes like an oil, but a fat is not the same as an oil. So butter has animal fat in it, but hydrogenated oils, they might look like butter, but they're not butter. Reuben, the 72 goats refers to the Quran in its original translation. The Islamic changed it to 72 virgins to help with recruitment. And when they die, they are in for a big surprise. Yeah, well, so where all these, that means they're killing 72 virgins for each one guy who's blowing himself up. So that's not good. I'm trying to lose body fat, Lewis. Thank you, Alex. And how have you been? How have you been doing this? What have you done, Alex, to lose the body fat? How much do you weigh? Tell us how much you weigh again. Right? I would say, Lucy, do not eat plant-based foods, especially anything that's looks like butter, because it's got trans fat in it, and it's really not good. It's really, really not good. It's not good. So Alex, again, so there we go. Mary Ann McCara says, I agree, it's fake. It's fake. We don't want to eat fake food. We just want to eat real butter from grass-fed animals. Kerry has just had a Malibu and a pineapple. All right, she's ready for action. Who does not think a Malibu and pineapple is not one of the most delicious drinks ever, but it's not good for you because it's really heavily sugar and it's alcohol. It's not good for you. It's not, and lots of sugar. It's just not good for you. My hands are below my feet. What does that mean, Zengo? I don't know. Eutha Joyce, who played Mildred, was beautiful. However, she had a tragic life through alcoholism, which killed her. Brian Murphy, her co-star, was with her to the end. Yeah. Well, that's what happens if you're going to become an alcoholic. You're going to have somebody with you for an end. Ian Bunker, what film did you say? Last Tango in Paris, says Claire. One of her favorite films. She's very romantic, Claire. Is that a romantic film or is that just like a sex film? I remember that was like a sex film, and it was like people were saying, no, it's not a sex film, Last Tango in Paris. Mark Therosian says, Mark the Rosian says, if you are too thin, there's nothing to hold. Yes, there's a lot to hold. You got it right here. There's a lot to hold. How do you hold someone who's fat? It's like you're wobbling around. Fat is good, but I don't, it's just me. T from you is back. Welcome back. I'm a shape-shifting lizard. Well, I've changed my shape, yes. I mean, I'm just trying to get rid of this thing, a little bit of this thing, and a little bit of, you don't want to see it. A little bit of this thing. Thank you, T from you. Joe is in the house. Joe, totally true. Russ, I don't know what that's. Ian Bunker says, Claire C., would you let Marlon Brando do that? I don't remember what that was, but it was bad. Wasn't it bad or something? I mean, it was back in the day. Women couldn't complain if they were told to do this. Well, you got to go do it. Otherwise, you're going to be taken off the film. I guess. I don't remember what that was, Ian Bunker, but that was something. Claire C. and Lewis starring in. Yeah, let's make a movie, Claire. Do you want to make a movie, the two of us? Cheese string, Lewis, would you sleep with a Muslim woman? Let me answer that question. The answer to that question is, I don't know. You know what it is? It's like, it depends how Muslim. Yeah, no, because I'd fall in love. I fall in love with the women that I don't sleep with that many women, and I fall in love, and then I get taken advantage of because I fall in love. So I would fall in love with a Muslim woman, and it's like it's bad enough that the producer here and my children are kind of wavering on the Israel question. I don't want to be with someone who I know may waver on the Israel question. I know they need to be pro-Israel, pro-Jews, just like I am, like with you people. I'm pro-England. I'm pro-England. And being pro-England, you don't want me to go, oh, you know what? I don't think you guys are very good. You don't want to hear that. But yeah, I've seen lots of beautiful Muslim women. And they're not bad people. Muslims aren't bad, except they hate Jews and they hate this country. And they're here. So that's the only problem with them. What do you think? We can talk about that later. That's a good question. Did I answer it properly? The answer is probably if she's beautiful. I'm doing I do a lot of things lately that are not the right thing to do. What do you think? Would you sleep? Answer the question. You're a woman too. Would you sleep with a Muslim man? Yeah. Yeah. Joe asked, the old saying was that men like something to grab a hold of, but who knows? I'm telling you, it's best to be thin. It's best to be thin. This is what I believe. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. I mean, I read enough about it. I speak to enough guys. I know what guys look at in the porno magazines and movies. I find the promising sex after death thing very hard. What do women get after death in their philosophy? For sure, it's not 72 virgins. Yeah, what do women get? Marianne wants to know. Yeah, what do they get? They're not like us. They're all right, but they're not like us. And they have 30 or 20 countries they can live anywhere. They don't need to live here. Let's see. Marlon was one of the most handsome men ever, Marlon Brando. He lost his hair and he got fat. There you go. He got fat and he became ugly. He became ugly. I mean, women would still have sex with him because he was famous and rich. Come on. And his own son murdered somebody. It was horrible. Did you see that? You didn't see that trial. It was one of the early trials on court TV. He had a very bad life. Lewis plus sexy stalker plus OnlyFans, 10 pounds. Yeah. I don't know if I could do that, but yeah. What does you Jarrett says? Shanks, top reference with Eraserhead. Yeah, remember the Eraserhead thing? Oh my God. What did I do ahead? How did I press a button and I lose the thing? I know, I don't know. Omia Khalifa is a massive anti-Semite. Yeah, who needs that? Who needs that? You're looking at her and, it's like yesterday I went to the doctor and the doctor was a Muslim guy. And I wanted to, because I wanted to say, I want you to know that I'm a Jew. Are you going to kill me? I wanted to say that, but I didn't say that. He's trying his best. Who knows? Let's just hope he's trying his best. I don't know. I've lost my place here. We're so far behind. Oh, here we go. Maltese Phil says, "Oh my God, Little have an adjustable torque wrench for sale next week. I have to have one. A torque wrench is really good. I've never had a torque wrench. I've never used one. I wish I did have one." Joodles. That song was Bingo, Lewis. Yeah, I said Zingo. Zingo was his name. "You have taken the #1 spot, Mark. Stop sending Lewis photos of your body, please." You can. You can send it to me via Twitter, or I'm at Lewis Schaffer. Maybe you should send it to lewisschaffer2@gmail.com. Yeah, Claire, you're talking about me, Claire, see. Oh, where are you going? You're going to play? Okay. Yeah, Lewis, I noticed a lot of paper shuffling when you were on GB News. Why did you notice that? Yeah, because I couldn't, I just wanted to throw it. I wanted to throw it. Alan Williams, good to hear from Alan Williams. It's really good. I know it's none of my business. Ask away. But I prefer it when Lewis sits upright. Who's with me? Yeah, maybe you're right. I'm being rude. My energy is picking up a bit. I'm being rude. Because you know what it is. I want to pay attention to you. I'm looking right at you, Alan. Right at you. That's a bit too much. It's a bit too strong. Okay, well, what do you think about me sitting up? What did Claire say? Yeah, she said she would, but we don't know the truth about these things. Ian Bunker. Free bakery item at the bakery spring every day on Little app. At the bakery spring. Yeah, it's a free bakery item. I sometimes have bakery items. I shouldn't. Last couple of times I have the raisin rings, whatever. They're just so good, but it's not healthy. And then today I went and had a lamb samosa. I had a lamb samosa. Okay. Russ says, "I was never a fan of omnibuses. That was filmed. The outside was filmed up here in Peckham, in Nunhead, basically Nunhead, Peckham. But the story of Bob Grant is shocking and sad. I won't mention it here, Joe. But when you get the time, Google Bob Grant. Now I've got to Google Bob Grant. What happened to him? What happened to him? Now you got to tell us what happened to him. Write it up. What happened to him? How are you getting there, producer?"
I'm going to Theo's and then we're going to walk there.
Okay. My son has friends. That's very nice. I mean, I look at him and I think to myself, of course he's got friends. I mean, he doesn't have any girlfriends, but he's got friends. No. And you've got friends, and it's always good that you've got friends. I'm quite impressed with my son. He's done a good job so far. Not really. I mean, it's too early in the thing. Mia Khalifa, says Ian Bunker. Yeah, she's yeah. I mean, how she can be a Muslim? She's got something coming. They're gonna, you know what I mean? Women want both sides. They want to be an ultra religious Muslim, and they want to be a Western I guess a Western 304. Can I say that way? And you can't be. You got to pick a side. The best side for women is the conservative, whatever side we are on. We can be. The other side definitely doesn't want you. I have to send some pictures to me, Carrie, because you always reject them. Yes, don't send them to Carrie. Women don't like pictures like that. Or maybe they do. Can he send pictures to you, Carrie? Yeah, I think you have a better chance of that, basically. Is there anyone here who's not subscribed? If yes, you need to sort them out. How do I sort them out? Yes, subscribe. Please like. How about that? Please like. Okay. I think please like. Thank you, Jarrett. Subscribe, like, join. It's £36 a year, which is basically 10 pence a day. 10 pence a day. I keep on talking to the producer about making it cheaper, making it maybe, but he says it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I wish we had a little here, and yeah, it sounds delightfully random. Well, yes, it's delightful because they have this central aisle, which like stuff that they get on discount or something. I don't even know if it's on discount, but it's all sorts of stuff. Go shopping for milk and bread and come home with a canoe and a tent. Yes. Yes. And there's Claire C., who's number 3 right now. Do you have to go? Do you have to go? He's got to go. He's got to go play tennis. It is random. Little is really random, and the quality is very good. I used to love, and there's lots of stuff that I love buying there, which I don't buy anymore. I love buying the German Christmas candies. I mean, candies, cookies, baked biscuits. The whole thing is good. Mia Khalifa is a massive anti-Semite. I've got bad news for you. Most Muslims are most massive anti-Semites. They hate the Jews. They hate the Jews. Maybe if they were on our side, I'd be in favor of them. I wouldn't be in favor of them, but they hate the Jews because the Jews rejected them. And they don't like that. Whatever the reason is, they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be. That's what Claire C. said. They shouldn't be anti-Semite. Mark Therosian. I can't help Lewis liking me. No, you can't. Well, you can. You could be fat. And, I'd still like you. Yes, milk isn't as creamy either, says Kerry. Anyway, yeah, I like you. I like you. I like anybody who likes me, basically. I don't, not necessarily, but generally speaking. If you're an anti-Semite, you don't like me because I'm a Jewy Jew. Do you have an oldie there? We don't hear, says Maltese Phil. Is there an Aldi in Peekskill? In Peekskill. Russ Seinfeld and now Mia Khalifa. What about Mia Khalifa? Who ate a wood pigeon? Who ate it? Does it taste like chicken? I imagine it does. Joodles. Here's Joodles coming in. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Joodles, it's just a cross you have to bear. She's talking to the Armenian guy. The Armenian guy. Anyway, laugh out loud. I never thought of that, says Reuben to Marianne. But the way women are treated by them, I wouldn't hold much hope of you getting anything. Maybe you'd get to milk the billy goats. Yeah, you wouldn't get anything. But they go, we hate Jews more. Anybody who supports mass immigration of Muslims into this country is an anti-Semite. I'm sorry, it's an anti-Semite. Because you don't let people in who hate somebody and expect something good to happen. Butter is full of vitamins and important fatty acids. Butyrate, yes. You need butter. You don't need it, but it's good to have. I have 30 grams of butter a day. And I eat animal fat too. So those are all good things. I don't believe you lost. Did you really lose that much weight? 250 pounds of body fat. You divorced her. Okay, there you go. That's what Maltese Phil says. I'm coping with it quite well, Joodle, says Mark Therosian. What are you coping with? Okay, what are you coping with? Let's see. Claire C. Russ is talking to you. Oh, I never knew that, Claire. The thing is that their own people had disowned her. And they had their way. They would do vile things, and that's an understatement. Yeah, completely. Completely. In order to become friendly to women, you've got to disown Islam. I remember Lewis when he was nearly famous and free, yes. And still is. By the way, would you have gone to Epstein's Island? I probably would have. I'll tell you why. Because any place that people wanted me, I would go. I'm like amenable. You'd say, come this way. And he'd be smiling at me, and yeah, come this way. I don't have much of a backbone. I fall in love too easily, and I give people the benefit of the doubt. I mean, I'm not one of those people who go, oh, I could tell he was a horrible person. Are you? I'm asking you, Ian. Who am I asking? What are you? I'm asking you, Ian. What would you have gone? Someone says, come on the plane, and there are girls there, and I'd be totally weak for the girls. They'd be smiling girls. I'd be weak. I'm weak. Anybody who knows me in real life knows how weak I am for women. Weak. Just so weak. And if you're mean to me, then I just go, oh, No. But if you're nice to me, Joodles, I'm weak. You know that. Um, I don't care, Lewis. What don't you care about? I forgot what you don't care about. Oh, Malibu. Yeah, Malibu from the park. Yeah, you don't care. 72 Virgins is my idea of hell. Um, I mean, it's funny because it's like 72 virgins. These are guys who probably can't get even married. It's really hard to get married in those countries because they have polygamy. And if they do get married, they're married somebody who they don't even know what they look like. So then they're being offered 72. Is that probably you say, we'll give you a wife, and that would be something. Lewis is well behind this chat. Yes, I am. It's not made from plants. Well, what is it made from then, Lucy? I'm well behind. Do I have to get back on track? Donna Aylesbury, 1 onion, half a red cabbage, 3 garlic cloves, sweat it off for 30 minutes, a splash of creme de cassis, 3 sides on each side for the wood pigeon. So you cook them in a wood, you cooked it in a wood pigeon. Yeah, I'm asking again, Donna, does it taste like chicken? My new girlfriend is quite skinny. It's a nice change. Yeah, we're all going to be so skinny. We're all skinny, and girls are being so good to me. They're saying, I can't talk to you. I can't see you yet because I have to lose a few more pounds. That's no embarrassment there. I lost 60 pounds back in the day. My ex-girlfriend was so fat that when we had sex, I always got my bum burnt on the light bulb. Okay. All right. I'm sorry I'm late. Vatanai's music is here. I had a nap and stayed asleep much longer than intended. There you go. Honesty. As long as you're here now and you've been here in the past. So I actually like you a lot, Vatanai. Joodles, wait until she finds out about the glass top coffee table thing. Who is that? Who is that person? Okay. I would make a movie with you, Lewis. Yeah, remember I said let's make a movie, Claire. We should make a movie. What kind of movie would we make? Don't answer the question. Don't answer the question. Very embarrassing. Chris King is here as Kinsey's husband. Kinsey's husband. Very embarrassing end to an amazing career for Marlon Brando. What people won't do to stay in the limelight. Yeah. You know what? I mean, the limelight. Look at me. Look at what I'm doing. You know, the limelight isn't as amazing as you think it's amazing. Lots of Muslims born in the UK are becoming more extremist, which is a worry. Yeah, of course it's a worry. Yeah, it's a worry. They're not English. They're not British. 1 hour and 8 minutes. So I guess that's 3 minutes ago. I don't know. I lost the place here. I lost like and subscribe and join if you have 30 pounds. I don't know what happened. I lost my place here. Can I apologize? How did I lose my thing? Oh, this is horrible. This is horrible. I don't want to join. I want to read all the comments. Oh my God, it's all the way up here. Okay, we're back on track. Alex, says Maltese Phil, because the government and the media keep telling them everyone else is against them. Yeah, and everyone is against them because they're not in favor of us. You don't see any rallies saying, we love England, let's be like the English. No, we don't see that. Donna says, question, why do all the Israeli PM change their names? Because they don't want to be associated with the Nazi English, British, not English people. They don't want to be associated with German. They have all had German names, like my name is a German name. They want to start fresh, Donna. That's my assessment of that. All Muslims are extremists. Take a look at the Quran. It's full of hate. I will post it on Lewis's Discord. Take a look when you'll understand why these youth are radicalized. Yeah, because they're also winning. They're also winning. That's why they want to be on the winning team. Whoops. Oh, shoot. Let me skip this thing. Oh, I'm sorry. So Mariana Cara says, just a quick search, and actually we do have a Aldi and Lidl, but the closest one's in Newburgh, which is it's not that far away. It's across the bridge there. How far away is that? I don't drive. My husband does the big weekly shop at Stop and Shop. You don't drive. That's like so weird for an American. Anyway, Michael Jackson and George Michael spoke out, and we got at it, and we got at. I don't know what that's about, King. Films I would love to see Lewis star in: Taxi Driver, Alien, Harvey, any film. I'd be in any film. Let me just take this down. We'll lose the thing. Everybody, did Muhammad marry a Jewish woman? I don't think she did. No, because he wouldn't have printed that book that way. You're buggered if it's but Newburgh is not that far away. Newburgh is right across the river from Peekskill, is it not? If I remember my geography properly. You've got a 1987 Ferrari, Zingo. That's so amazing. You got a Ferrari. It's very attractive. It's okay. What did Claire C say? Skinny girls rule. 13 left, Lewis. What is 13 left? Tell your sons, no exclamation point needed, no whatever it is needed. They're very lucky to have a father like Lewis. He's a cool dad. Can you ever tell a son that? Maybe I'm not that cool. I think Lewis's readings, yesterday's comments. I'm behind in the times. Okay, I'm going to skip a few. Excuse me. Yeah, we're never going to get to the end of this, Joodles. I'm sorry. I can't contribute to the chat anymore because my phone has died. I don't really believe in electricity, and unless Saturn is going to get pounded again, I'm stuffed. I believe in electricity. That's what Velikovsky says. He says it's not gravity, it's electricity. What are we doing? So Marion McCara says, Amazon and Poshmark orders get delivered to the door, so that's fine for me. Not much retail left in our downtown. We have hairdressers, smoke shops, and dollar shops. The same thing here. They did the whole COVID thing to destroy. I was in a town just the other weekday, and it was dead. It was like so sad. And it should be a prosperous town. Daughter call. Okay, thank you, Claire. No, she's not, Ruben. She's not. She's not. She's not. So that's the answer to the question. Cheese string has a high libido, Kerry. I'd recommend it. That's what she says. I have no idea what he's on about, half Armenian. I think he just shoves random names in every now and again. That's not me. Is that me? You were a flirt, Lewis. I bet you were a nightmare when you were 20. Yeah. I was a nightmare. And now I understand. I understand the damage that a flirt can do. I understand it. I don't really change that much. Okay, let's see what happens. I'm about 20 minutes behind. You'll notice it's about 2 p.m. your time. Is that right? 2 p.m. It's 6:16 right now. Yes, Newburgh is across the river, but my husband is a creature of habit. He's not going to schlep all the way to Newburgh, regardless of what deals they have on offer. Yeah, you got to drive there. There's no buses. It's not like here. You can't walk. I can walk down to Peckham and go to the Little there, or I could take the bus into Camberwell if I want to. We're equidistant. Alan Williams, Lewis, please go to the latest comments. If I go to the latest comments, I'm going to miss a lot of comments. I'll go to the latest comments. Ready? Okay. I'm going to the latest comments. It's 1:17 p.m. here in New York. Yeah, it's 5 hours difference. Is it Lorna's birthday? Is that what you're saying? I skipped all the way here. I was on eBay the other day, says Russ, and brought a genuine signed John Lennon CD. I wonder how much it is worth. It might not be worth anything because John Lennon died in 1980s. I think that's before they invented the CD. Is that right? Is that a joke you're making? We're back. Russ Maneve says hi to you. Did he come online? Did Russ come online? Russ, did you come online? Let me send a message. I don't want to send a message because I'm behind already. Sexy knee, delicious. So there's Russ Maneve. He's kidding. Is that you, Russ? Good to see you. How you feeling today, Russ? I was just saying how good looking Russ was and how the girls love Russ. Whether he likes it or not, he just smiles at them and they like it. And they like it. Me, you got to get to know me. You got to, it's not that quite as easy. Claire, sexy knee, delicious. Claire is back again. Just learned my daughter is not splitting with her boyfriend. So, yay, don't split up, anybody. Don't split up don't split up. Marianne McCara. Is the weather nice, Marianne? Is the weather nice? In Peekskill. Yeah, she said it was 87 degrees. That's really warm and dry and relatively dry. It doesn't get that moist here in Britain, which is good. It tends to be relatively dry. So that's really good news, says Mark. Good to see you. Russ, what are you doing there in New York? Russ is very energetic. Even in the times he's not energetic. He's always telling me he's running, he's lifting weights, he's always doing something. He's always fit. Does the rug match the curtains? Pan down a little with the camera. No. 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 It's my wedding anniversary today, Vatanized Music. Yay! We went out for lunch and had too many carbs. I think on your wedding anniversary you can. Yeah. How many years have you been married? Simon R. says, Lorna, 4 days before mine, so enjoy. Yeah. It's a good time to get married in August. She only had eyes for a boyfriend, Claire, see. Mother like daughter? Is the mother like the daughter? Mark Therosian asks. I like to schlep. You like to schlep too, half Armenian. All my Yiddish knowledge comes from Judge Judy. Well, there's a lot. I mean, she doesn't remind me of my mother. She reminds me that she's like not even a strong, she's like not a crazy version of my mother. She's not 34. Yeah, 34. Mark, they totally love each other. Well, that's really good. That's really, really good. I'm happy for that. I'm happy. I mean, it isn't that close. Is it close? It's across the bridge. What is the bridge called? The Newburgh Bridge. I forget what it's called. Sunny, it's bright, it's got a good breeze in Peekskill. Low humidity, you can't ask for better. 87 is like what the temperature is like in New York. Used to be even hotter when I was a kid. It was hot. I mean, I don't know if it's true. When I married my wife, she would wear G-strings. Now she wears G-ropes. G-ropes. This is a joke from King. Yeah, well, we're all going to change. We're all going to get thinner. We're going to start with each one of you people like me. We're all getting thinner. Thinner, thinner, thinner. Vatanized Music says 34. What did I miss something here? I'm wearing a pair of shorts, Russ. I'm not naked. I'm below there. She only has okay. Let's see, 34. Russ, sunny, bright. That's the other Russ. We got two Russes. When I married, okay, yeah. Hold on a second. Mark, she is a lot like me to be honest. We are very close, so that's really nice to be close. It's good to be close. It's supposed to be warming up again this week. Yeah. I mean, we had a couple of cold weeks. You don't get many warm weeks in Britain. You think it's going to last forever. It doesn't last forever. Judge Judy reminds me of Nancy Pelosi. Yeah, very strong, slender women. Nancy Pelosi is Italian. Her is Italian, but Judge Judy is a New York Jew. What's he lying about, Russ Maneve? I mean, what does he ever tell the truth about? Might be quicker, says Judels. What do I lie about, Russ? Would you like me to wash your back, Lorna? Yeah, Leanne is here, one of my many wives. Leanne is here. Beautiful Leanne is here. That's right. Well done, Marianne McCara. Well done. Leanne. Big hello from Judels. Let's see if Russ says something. What do I lie about? It was warm enough for us to have a swim in the North Sea. Yeah, because the North Sea is relatively cold. Tell me about the first thing you did in my Airbnb. That's no, they know that. I told them that. I told them that. I told them that. Judge Judy is from Puerto Rico, isn't she? I think she said that in one episode of her, or her husband was. I mean, maybe she was born, but she was raised in New York. She's a New York Jew. Lewis called you half Armenian. No, that's what Judels carry. That's what Judels calls him. Zainem al-Harif was a Jewish woman who married Muhammad. It's in the Koran, and she tried to poison him. The quote is, I feel like my aorta is being cut. Aorta is being cut. Sadly, she failed. And that's probably an excuse why we should hate Muslims, because they're traitors. Zainab. You don't believe that. You can't believe anything these people say. I'm sorry. You can't believe it. She tried to kill her own husband. No. Maybe because he was being an anti-Semite. Lorna Hutchinson. Let me buy you something for your birthday. Serious. Don't be too generous with women, Russ, but accept that. He has done before. Kerry and Judels called me half HA half the time. Yeah. Didn't Trump make peace with Armenia and Azerbaijan? I don't think so. No, Azerbaijan took half of the land of Armenia. Yeah, we should have fought for Armenia, but no. It was very cold in North Scotland, 9:15 p.m. yesterday. Yeah, it's because it's Scotland. It's on the coast of the Baltic. It's horrible up there. Happy birthday, Lorna. Milk tray, exactly right. That's what I ate. I ate 78 grams of milk tray, Russ. That's not what these people want to know. They know I'm a liar when it comes to food. I'm a liar. I mean, I tell people I don't eat carbs, but I eat carbs. I don't eat. She was born in Brooklyn, says King 77. Oh, so was I. I think at one point in America, 11% of the population was born in Brooklyn. I think Trump intervened and had Thailand make peace with whomever they were fighting. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. He's going to try to do that with Russia. That's not going to happen. Trump for Nobel Peace Prize. Yeah. I mean, they gave Barack Obama a Nobel Peace Prize for just being whatever he was. Remember that. Remember that. Russ, what are you doing? Tell us what you're doing there. So, tell us what you're doing. Thanks, Leanne. What about Leanne? Happy birthday, Lorna. Thank you. Claire C., happy birthday, Lorna. Let's see. Applause for Alex, says Mark Therosian. What do we think will happen between Trump and Putin next week? Nothing. Because Putin wants to be a strong country, has to be a strong leader of a strong country. They're gonna get on, but nothing good is gonna happen. You don't sound as Brooklyn as JFK, Lewis. Does JFK sound Brooklyn? He sounds Boston. I went to speech therapy to get rid of my New York accent. So I used to talk like this. When you come from New York, you talk like this. Apparently, Zelensky will attend now the meeting next week. Yeah. Somebody has to speak for the Armenians, but the Russians are not giving up. I like it when Judge Judy says he's a bum. Tell him to get a job. Yeah. Yeah. I was born in Brooklyn, raised in an all Jewish community of people who were from Brooklyn. I like it when Judge Judy says, right, Putin will not like taking any orders or want peace, unfortunately, either. He wants peace, but he can't take orders from the President of the United States. They'd kick him out. Like they kicked out, who did they kick out? Brezhnev or whoever they kicked out. Not Brezhnev. Who was the guy who went to America? Not Gorbachev. 1960. The Cuban Missile Crisis guy. Mark Therosian, I sang Happy Birthday, Lorna. Yeah, let's say Happy Birthday to you. Happy birthday. You don't like where you're living, move is another one of Judge Judy's faves. Yeah, move. If you don't like it, the guys come, you move next to a guy. It's bad luck. You got to move. Right, Khrushchev. Right, exactly. Lucy is right. Lucy is right. Khrushchev. He had to resign. He was the first one to resign and not be killed. You know, they thought once you resign, you're killed. Zelensky is begging bowl fraud. He is a multimillionaire. Well, of course he's a multimillionaire because you think to yourself, if they're going to take over your country and your face is on the line, at least you want to walk out of it with a little bit of cash. Yes, he is that. He is that, Lorna. Happy birthday to you. When I did jury service, we put on the TV and it was already on Judge Judy. We all sat there for hours watching her waiting to go to court. Yeah, that's a bit depressing when that's in jury duty. Yeah. You know, that means she's not like the judge in this country, and she's not like, it's the courthouse is not like that in here. The CIA was behind the coup in 2014 in the Ukraine, says Donna Aylesbury. I believe that's probably true. Can anybody disagree with Donna? I don't think we can. I heard what's his name speak. Who's the guy with the mustache? John Bolton. And you can't trust anybody in a position of responsibility. American position of responsibility. I'm so glad you said that because I would have otherwise, Lorna. What did you say? Zelensky. But then again, we know Russia's not our friend either, but Russia should be our friend because they're Christians at least. You know what I mean? And they're similar to us. I used to laugh when Judy called someone a schmuck. Whatever that actually means, similar to stupid. A schmuck means down there, a penis, a pee-pee. And it means a schmuck is somebody like me. I've been called a schmuck. Is someone who's like an idiot who gets like there's different words, shamil and shlamazel and schmuck. What would a schmuck be? It would be a guy who it's like you send a guy to the shop to buy something and he brings back the wrong thing because he wasn't really paying attention. Maybe you could call that person a schmuck. What do you got a schmuck? Victoria Newland. What about her? Oh, yeah, she's the woman who sold out the country, sold out America for those people. I couldn't wait to get to the cake. Yeah, you wanted a piece of cake. Joodles. I'm not sure how Putin became the good guy after invading another country. I can't get my head around it. If someone wants to explain, well, I'll explain because we told him that we wouldn't let NATO get that close to him. That's how. And then NATO got close. I mean, not that they're not a strong, horrible country, but they are. It's a fool. A schmuck is a fool. A schmuck, you schmuck. How do you do that? How do you do that? How did you not count up the number of parts before you bought the number? It could be used a million different ways. Lewis, you sexy schmuck. No, I wouldn't say. I don't think you could say that, but you could say it to me. You could say that to me. I only speak the truth, Lorna says. 4-time draft dodger, loves playing the world stage, makes me sick. Who is this? Who are you talking about? Putin? He's not a draft dodger, I don't think. So much knee, says Joe. Good. Putin is importing 1 million Indians to replace the Russian men he's sent to their slaughter. Yeah. He's willing to do whatever's necessary. We're in a time of global change. I love the word schmuck. Yeah, it's a nice word. It's there. If you look at the joy of Yiddish, there's a million Jewish words like that. That explanation didn't answer the question, Lewis. What was the explanation? Is that America said we wouldn't let the Ukraine, we wouldn't let NATO take over Ukrainian territory because it makes the Russians nervous, and then they did. They did that. I watched the Tucker Graham interview with Putin. He came across as being very clever. Yeah, he's a different type of leader. He knows the history. Americans and even British people don't know the history. Or maybe they do know the history. They don't like the history. Okay. Donald, you're right. Very intelligent. But that doesn't mean he's on our side. But he's more on our side than letting in a million Muslims who hate us from the beginning. I think it was pathetic when they gave the Nobel Prize to Malia Yousafzai. I understand when she went through a lot, but I don't think it was justified. In May, I add, she never thanked the UN for helping her. Who is that? Is that the woman who got shot in the head in Pakistan? Zelensky is a draft dodger. Yes, okay, he's a draft dodger. Russia is not a Christian country, Lewis. Well, what kind of country is it, Lucy? You can explain that to me. Victoria Nuland, the head of the CIA, and Jonah McKenna, or John McKenna, went to Ukraine to prevent the then president reaching a deal with Russia. Yeah, they want us to weaken Russia. America is an enemy of Russia. Putin isn't an idiot. Yeah, he isn't a schmuck either. I mean, he did a stupid thing. He let whatever he did when he went into Kiev. That was pretty stupid. That was pretty stupid. So how does your NATO explanation answer? How did Putin become a good guy? Because he's defending his country against NATO. And NATO, yeah, it's us again. Yeah. NATO is there just to prop us up against it's team world military. That's what NATO is. That's what I'm saying. Gosh, I thought Jackie Mason was alive for a second. Thank you. I don't know. You talk about me? Are you talking about me? Alex, the culture of Pakistan, Afghanistan is disgusting. I'm sorry. But they are addicted to sexual violence. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of countries are. A lot of countries, Alex. And so if you're a woman, you want to be on the Christian side. Russia has wanted, this is Lucy again. Let's hear what Lucy has to say. Russia has wanted Ukraine long before Ukraine joined NATO was remotely on the cards. Yes, they wanted it. But we were like moving forward and forward. Why should we defend the Ukraine? Why should we defend Estonia, Lithuania, Latvia? Let them defend themselves. They're Orthodox Christians and Russians, but they're multicultural like the U.S. They have many Muslims living there too. They do, but the Russians are basically Christians now. He started a war, Lewis, much like Hamas, and all of a sudden everyone's on Russia's side. It's bizarre because everybody knows that Europe is team world pro Ukraine, pro anti-Russian. Mark Therosian says NATO promised in the 1980s it wouldn't expand beyond Germany, and as the years have gone by, NATO has been expanding more to the east and getting closer to Russia, Russia's doorstep. I just said that. Yes, and I appreciate you saying. I don't think you're questioning me, but that's what I said. Putin is not defending his country. He is an imperialist. Russia is still communist in many ways. Well, communism and imperialism, yeah, communism is an imperialistic faith, but that's not what he's doing. Remember that Russia is just one big blob of a land area. It is an empire, but it needs space in order to protect its 5 naval forces, Lucy. Why should we help Israel then? Because we as British people, you as a British person and me as an American, we believe in nation states. And our enemy is Islam, and we support Israel as a nation state. And we support Britain as a nation state. That's why we should help Israel. I mean, we shouldn't help the Ukraine defeat Russia, but we should help the Ukraine defeat the Islam imperialists. And we should help Israel defeat the Islam imperialists. The UN and Ukraine have been encroaching into Russia after promising they wouldn't. Yes, exactly. That doesn't mean Russia isn't great, isn't a good country. It just is. They said don't do that, and then they moved into Poland and Estonia, Lithuania, Latvia. They moved in the West. We've moved in. Yes, Lewis. She never thanked the UK for surgery and for letting her whole family come here. She was on an American TV show, Ellen, and she never once thanked the UK. Yeah, yes. But then again, she was shot in the head, so maybe that made her a bit wonky. But the Noise Music says, obviously, many don't know how ethnic Russians were bullied in some parts of Ukraine by nationalists. Yes, that's also true. And they wanted to defend them. And you have to remember that a lot of people don't like the Russians, so that they weren't treated very well. Very well. You're not a British person. What do you call yourself then, Lucy? Are you an Irish person? Because it's the same thing. I support the Irish state. Lewis, do you want Bibi to take Gaza City? Well, unless you come up with another explanation, Alex. What else could he do? Tell us what he could do. We will bury you, Khrushchev said. And he was wrong. And he lost his job and they didn't kill him. Let's break this down. One day, your neighbor goes on holiday. Whilst you're away, someone moves into their house. Would you do nothing to help your neighbor? That's what Israel is. That's what Israel is. Israel is our neighbor. Not that they're friends with us, which they are, but whatever. The truth is it's the nation state. We believe in Britain. And we need someone to defend Britain. Ursula von der Leyen is a massive twat. We should help Jews, but not Europeans. Well, you're saying the Russians are not Europeans. Okay, Lewis. Is that what you're saying, Lucy? Yes, we should help Jews. We should help Jews because there are 15 million Muslims. There are 15 million Jews and 2 billion Muslims. You want them to die. You want them to be exterminated. You know? And I know you're saying, oh, Gazans are being exterminated. That's a bunch of crap. I don't think NATO want to harm Russia, and I don't think Russians want to harm NATO. But NATO has broken its promise over the years, and Putin wrongly has gone to Ukraine. Well, he had to do that. As Ukraine wanted, they wanted to be in NATO. Yeah, so he said, don't go to NATO. Lewis, not so much Russia, but Putin wanted the old USSR back. He loved Stalin or Lenin. I forget which. He hated Gorbachev for weakening what was the USSR. That might be true, Mark. That might be true. But it's also true that if you stop Russia from entering the Black Sea, if you stop them from entering the Mediterranean or whatever, you're basically cutting two of their navies off. Russia has Muslims, though Lewis, the Chechens, yes, they have Russians. They have Russians. They're in trouble too. You're Irish, okay? You're Irish. Well, I believe in helping your friends, and the Irish are our friends. So I believe in the nation state. I believe in Britain. I want Britain to survive. I want America to survive. I want the Ukraine to survive. But remember, the part that the Ukrainians took over was a lot of Russians living there, the Donbass or whatever that area. The Ukraine has never been a country in its own before the collapse of the Soviet Union. Ukraine has tried to get it twice. Now the EU wants it. You know what? That's sort of like the Gazans. I don't know if that's true. I saw a documentary about it. I mean, you have to remember one thing. Where am I genetically from, people? I am Ukrainian. I'll show you my DNA. I'm Ukrainian. I saw the movie. The Ukraine, there were lots of people who were Ukrainian. It's a separate language. It's a Shanda. That's another Jewishy type word. Is the Republic of Ireland an enemy of the UK? Well, at one point they were, but now we're all in this together. Israel is our neighbor, but the Ukraine isn't. Make it make sense. It's not that they're not our neighbor. Is that Israel is fighting for the nation state, okay? And I am against Russia moving in. But they are a massive empire. And you don't just go messing with massive empires, Jewels, okay? Russians certainly don't think they're Europeans. Yes, they do. A lot of them, they do. They're not exactly Europeans, but they are Europeans. This is way out of my league. May I suggest a song of the day section of this show, which is Too Late by Bob Dylan. Too Late. I'm writing it down, by Bob Dylan. Jew. Yeah. I believe in Britain, Claire says. I do too. I love Trump. I bet you he will not talk to Putin like he talked to Zelensky. Yeah, because Zelensky should have been nicer because we've been spending all that money on him. We haven't been spending money on the Russians. I'm Ukrainian, yes. That makes it, I'm not Ukrainian, I'm a Jew. I'm a Jew. That's what makes me Ukrainian. It's like when Lucy says, I'm not British, I'm Irish. She said, well, you live in Northern Ireland, that's British territory. She says, but I'm not. Things are much more complicated, you think. Ukraine is the most corrupt country in the world, says King 77. Yeah, corrupt European country. Adrenochrome. Who's saying it? What are you saying about adrenochrome? Ukraine is the biggest exporter in child trafficking and organ harvesting, says Donna Aylesbury. It is worth more than the world aviation industry, that they're shipping children. Yeah, that's what they were saying. They were doing that in Epstein Island. I just saw a thing about that. Ukraine is fighting for their nation state. Yes, and they will have a nation state. But remember what it's like when you're a nation state next to a huge empire like Russia. What did Finland have to do all those years? They had to be very nice. What did Cuba have to do? They have to be very nice. They should have been nicer to America, but they weren't nicer to America. So America said, okay, you want your country? You've got your country. And now they're like in total poverty. Keith Bexley, I think I'm right about this. You're right, Lewis. We have grown up in a world of peace for the last 70 years. But that's the anomaly, unfortunately. People want to conquer us. So we should PMA, we should protect our friends. Yeah, we should protect our friends. But we basically brought it on ourselves. We should protect our friends. Starting today. We should, Keith Bexley. We should protect the Ukraine. All right, we're gonna get 15. What? We should protect them, but we shouldn't demand the Donbass back or the Crimea back. There's Lucy. She gets so fired up. Lucy gets so fired up. Yeah. What did Donna say? Let's see what Donna said that got her all angry. Ukraine is the biggest exporter in child trafficking. You know, yeah, maybe it's not true. Maybe it's not true, Donna, that they did all those horrible things. But I understand totally. Lucy, why were 5,000 children in Mariupol steelworks then? Okay, I didn't hear about that. Frankly, I don't like either of them. I don't like the Russians or the Ukrainians. We got our own problems. The UK, start stopping the boats. Yeah. Who's going to fight a war with the Russians, people? Nobody's going to fight a war with the Russians. There's some dumbass takes in this thread. I can't be bothered today. Yeah, well, we're not experts. Am I a dumbass? I hope I'm not. The Russians really have played a blinder on the right-wingers in the West. They knew exactly which buttons to press. Yeah, they're smarter than us. What do you want to get into a world war with over the Ukraine? If they were Islamists, I would say we should go to war. And we have gone to war. We've sent them £1 trillion or something. £1 trillion, probably. Putin will definitely keep Donbass, but give little towns. Yeah, why not? Yeah, that sounds like a good deal. Lucy, are you pro-IRA or not? The Russians, Lucy says, the Russians are literally kidnapping Ukrainian children and giving them to the Russians. For God's sake. They're trying to deracinate Ukrainians. What does deracinate mean again? Would you get into a world war over Israel? Yes. I would personally, yes. Because if we don't fight to defend them, Israel, you don't know what Israel would do. Joodles, yeah. I'm not knowledgeable enough, so we'll let you guys get on with this. Yeah, if you don't have anything to say, you don't have to say anything, really. Anything. I don't know about stolen children. I don't know which side is morally right. I know that there was a promise made to the Russians that NATO would not go east, and they've gone east. So what do you expect to happen? How stupid are we? The Russians, they don't want that to happen, and it's happened. Do you believe in a greater Israel? No, but yeah, I mean, what is a greater Israel? It's the smallest country in the world. I don't believe in a greater Israel, and they would have been happy just to let Israel be that way. But they had to go invade. They had to kill 1,000, 1,200 people. Lewis, if you were from South Central LA, would you be a Blood or a Crip? I wouldn't be, because I'd be a white Jewish guy. I've lived in LA. There was no such promise about NATO. You want to know something? Totally there was. I saw John Bolton speak, and he is a total right. You talk about he's like the old right wing. They asked him, what would happen if a deal was negotiated with Russia? And he looked really upset that a deal would be made. He looked really upset. He'd say that, no. Just trying to be included in all and maybe change the subject or not. The map on the IDF soldiers' arms are a lot bigger than the land they own. They have. Might be, yeah, because once upon a time, Israel was a lot larger. And you know what? God bless Israel. It's the smallest country in the world, yet you have world war over it. And I'd back you. Okay, thank you. But you're saying that because you like me, but you don't have to say that. I do not agree. Just like the free speech issues here, I want everyone to have a voice. Well, unfortunately, the Gazans don't want Israel to exist. They don't want the Jews to exist. They think that a Jew married Muhammad, according to what's his name, and tried to kill him. Leanne says something. I do not know enough about it, but Putin stops his people from having a voice, and I do not agree. That just like the free speech issues here, I want everyone to have a voice. Yes, some countries don't need a voice. I want everybody to have a voice, but some people don't need a voice. They need to have protection from the outside enemy. Do Israel want part of Saudi, Iraq, Syria, Turkey? That's the greater Islam. Is that true? Do you think that they want part of Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Syria, Turkey? No. And you know what? Do you know what? It should teach them a lesson. It should teach them a lesson for messing with Israel. Of course they don't want. You know how small Israel is. It's smaller than Britain. It's tiny. It's smaller than maybe. It's like 15 miles from one end to the other. It's like nothing. Russian issue is the old guard. They want the USSR. The younger gens, not so much. Russia will change in the future. Many Ukrainians are actually Russian to begin with. They're bulk. What does that mean, Mark? Yeah, it's not going to change that much. The Russians need a big country to protect themselves. That's what they feel like they want. Indeed, what and I, says Joodles. But invading a country is definitely bad. Well, yeah, we're being invaded now. Do Israel want? Yeah, being invaded now. Mark Thorosian says we're gonna end the show in 5 minutes, maybe 10. I just done a bit of reading. NATO assured Russia they wouldn't expand, so that's what everyone knows. That they know that nothing was signed, but they said don't worry. UNWEF, NATO Trilateral Commission, they're all Team World. They are, and they all support the Ukraine. The left supports the Ukraine because they're Team World. Russia will be different when Putin passes away. Well, every place will be different. India will get involved, and they'll get involved now while they still have people, but eventually they won't. My song suggestion would be Making Whoopi, yeah, by Eddie Cantor, yeah. Al Jolson, Eddie Cantor, the great guys. Do you realize, Lewis, everything you're saying about Israel, you're denying to Ukraine? Can you hear yourself? Yeah, no, not everything. I think the Islamists want to exterminate the Jews. Do the Russians want to exterminate the Ukrainians? I'm not sure that they do. Is the Ukraine about to lose its country? Well, they would be about to lose their country because they basically gave 2 fingers to Russia, and Russia said you can't do that. So, nobody thinks Putin is good. He is a modern oppressive czar. It doesn't make the Ukraine more right. Yeah, but also people say bad things about Donald Trump, that he's an oppressive fascist, whatever. But that's not true. So maybe it's not true. Shanks, anyone heard of the project for the new American century? No, I haven't heard of that. Lewis, I told people on Discord you're a great singer. Now, can you give them a song? No. Lucy's back, and she says Putin is also allowing large numbers of Muslims into Russia. But we're supposed to believe he's based and red-pilled in defending Christendom. Do me yeah. The answer is, yeah, he's letting in people. He had to take over people. He had to take over the Turks and all the different countries he took over because he wasn't afraid of the Muslims. I'm afraid of the Muslims. And he's in a desperate position. So he's thinking, I'll let him in and then deal with him later. Putin is also allowed, yes. This is Mark J. Mark, speaking to Mark Therosian. Yes, NATO were a part of the problem and lied about expansion. Boris gave that up when he was prime minister. So there were bad people on both sides. Resources, yeah, they're fighting over resources. Alex, it would be amazing if we had another Trump v. Zelensky argument in Alaska, but with Putin, haha. Yeah, I mean, that's what I like about Trump. But I don't think he really understands the whole story. He doesn't understand it. The end of the day, we all have an opinion, but wars go on. It's a moneymaker. It's not quite as simple as that, but it's a bit as simple as that King 77703. Hillary Clinton is bad, as bad can be, says Don Aylesbury. I have to agree with you. She is so bad. She hates this country. I feel sorry for Bill Clinton. Yes, the Russians want to exterminate the Ukrainians. Not all of them. No, maybe not. Libya is sending migrants to Belarus and Russia and then pushing them into Europe. Effing Russia. Yeah, it's bad. That's really bad. Well, what do you think is going to happen? Let's say Ukraine stops Russia. Remember, Russia has even more nuclear weapons than Israel does. You think they're just bored or something? What do you mean? Who? Who is this? The EU, Germans, the German Empire. It's the German Empire. That's exactly right. Want the Ukraine. But they won't be honest about it. Therefore, the war was contrived and Putin fell for it. I'm not sure about that, but that could be true, says Vatnai. Putin schmootin. It could be true that Putin was lured into it. Remember, think of Russia as a huge area, the biggest country in the world, and where the Russian fleet is. And they can't, it's not like one big coast, like an American West Coast. They can go from San Diego all the way up to Seattle. They're not close to each other. They got a Murmansk fleet. They've got a fleet in the Baltic. They've got a fleet down in the Mediterranean. They got a fleet in the Black Sea. Yeah. So Lucy is not pro-Russian. All right. I'm not pro-Russian either. But I'm not saying it's as simple as, oh, those Ukrainians are good. Cherry Blair's relative shot Lincoln. It's a small world. Everyone's directed to somebody, basically. I'm staggered at the hypocrisy, Lucy. You think I'm being a hypocrite? I want Israel to take back all of its land, says Reuben. Well, you know what? This is the way the world works. Leanne is in the room. Leanne, Alex. A lot of it is useless, though, due to weather, isn't it? Russia, it's not useless because there's oil out there. There's all sorts of things. And they're under a lot of pressure, the Russians. Russia is not, it's not all useless up there. What do you think about Russian women, though? I find all women scary, but I think Russian women are very scary. They're very tough women, basically. Alex, what do you think about Russian women? He won't be told, Joodles. Is that me who won't be told? Millions live in Siberia. I guess not useless. And it's oil. There's oil, and there's that port, Vladivostok. And they want it all. And China's a threat for them. And what happens when China takes over that area? America's screwed. America's screwed. Yes, that's true. That's true. I won't be told. That's Lucy. But remember, remember, people who are following, this is Lucy and Judels, who are very strong women, and I am like butter, real butter in their hands, I should just agree with them, but I can't. I thought lots of it was inhabitable every day. That's good. Uninhabitable, Leanne. Yeah, a lot of it's not really uninhabitable. You can live anywhere. A lot of it is. It's not quite as warm, but it's still something. Back at the border of 12 original tribes, they stole from the Rubens lands. Jordan needs to give it back. Yeah, the problem is they take our land, we take their land. And we have to make them afraid of us. This is what I believe. The Great Wall of China was built to keep them in, not to keep people out. I'm not sure I know about that. Answer that question above, Lewis, says Jules. What is the question? What is the question? Am I afraid of Russian women? What is the question? I don't see the question. I don't see the question. What question? They own Alaska, do they? Or tried to. Who, the Russians? The Russians did. We bought it from them. But you know what? If they want it back, we're going to have to fight them for it. My ex is a beautiful Russian woman. We broke up because of her distance and family issues. I'm still friends with her and her husband now. What is the question, Judels? The question about Alaska? Leanne, you'd be surprised people live in the coldest places in Russia. It's mainly Yakutsk people who are Asian Turkic. Didn't the USSR test a powerful bomb in Russia because it's so big? Yes, they did. They used to blow up the bombs there. America blew up the bombs in Nevada. I'm putting a comment about nothing to show that I'm still here. Thank you, Joe. We don't forget about you. China Schmina, says Russ. My brother is married to a Russian. Yeah, they. I mean, can you trust them? I don't know. I mean, who knows? If they want it back, we're going to have to fight them for it. Exactly. Who? What is the question? I don't see where that question was. Can you explain that question to me, Judels? I take what Judels and Lucy and everyone says here very seriously. Russian women in the movies are always gold diggers. Yeah, because they had a fight. You know, we're living in a relatively poor country. They were living in communism, which is really bad. Communism is really, really bad. Russian women in the movies, yeah, they're bad. There are lots of Russian prostitutes in Israel, yeah, because they were allowed to move to Israel to get out of the country. They said we're Jewish, and they said, okay, you say you're Jewish, okay, you can move. It's like men wearing dresses. Kerry is also, pay attention to Kerry. She's doing her dishes. Hello, Kerry. Alex, goodness, it would have been, for me, give me a beach. You couldn't move. You wouldn't want to move out there. I fancy some borscht. We're talking about Jewish food, yeah. I mean, I don't because it's beets, but I used to eat borscht with huge amounts of cream cheese. Or sour cream. Not cream cheese, sour cream. China won't allow a war. With whom? Yeah, China is a mess. World Affairs are a show put on by Team World. Don't fall for it. Vatanai's music. Yeah, it's so complicated. You can't keep track of it. But basically, Germany wants to win. Thinking of you and feeling so tired, darling. I will. Okay. I like snowy winters. I do too. Yeah, Jewish Russians. Also Jewish Russians. Yeah, Russians. Remember, when you grow up in a communist country, you become communist. You become bad. Feminism is communism. I mean, are you against prostitutes, Lucy? The point is, Batanai, says Judels, we are being told one country is worth defending and the other is not worthy. Yes, we've defended the Ukraine for $1 trillion. Yes. It's not that it's not worth defending. It's that Russia is not. We brought it on us. I don't know. It's a good question. They want shiksa prostitutes. Who wants shiksa prostitutes in Israel? You know, I mean, yeah, there are Jewish prostitutes too. There's Jewish everything. I grew up with Jews. There's Jewish everything. Remember, there's only 15 million in the entire world. How much money is too much to defend Israel, Lewis? Remember which side I'm on. I'm fighting for my people. I've got three peoples. I've got the Jews, I've got England and Britain, and I've got America. Okay? Is any war worth so much death? Yes, well, that's what it is. It's worth a lot of death. Cheese String says, when the producer is out, just call up Prazi for a quick, Lewis, to get it out of your system. Can I call you up? Will you come over? Joseph Stalin was Jewish. He was not Jewish. He was a whatchamacallit. He was a Georgian. He was not Jewish. You want to blame Jews for everything. That's what people do. They say, oh, he's a Jew, married to a Jew. Feminism is communism. Yes, it is communism. It's communism. It's giving people who do not produce the wealth of a country stuff just for being them. Yeah, it's communism. Yeah. Cheese, come over. Come over. Come over. Come over. Okay. So that's been our show. Does anybody want to say something at the end? He was an ethnic Georgian, yeah, but they say, oh, he's a Jew. That's why the Jews need to be exterminated. My Jewish roots go back to Russia and Prussia. I don't think there are many Russian Jews left in Russia. Not as many as there were. They all moved. They all had to get out of there. They all moved to America. No, Vatanai, no war is a good thing, but letting some arsehole run roughshod over another country is also very unwise. That's Team World. Yeah, I'm not saying Russia should be allowed to take over the entire country, but that deal should be made. What is communism? Are communists actually bad, or the dictators who rule them? No, communists are actually bad. They believe a lie. Sorry, I don't mean to say it. Feminism is communism. Labor is communists. And the Tories are basically communists. Let's just give away money. Let's pay for public schools and NHS and all that stuff. Joe says, okay. So Jules is just shaking her head. We'll find, maybe tomorrow we'll discuss this again. We'll find out. Someone will set out what a list of the principles are. Paul Cox is on later on GB News. There you go. Well, that's great. I like Paul Cox. Okay, so I'm going to hang up on the thing. Have we had a good show? I think this has been an all right show. What are the things? Let me, are you all on Discord? Can you get on Discord? Let me see. We've got 985 subscribers. I'm going to find out the Discord thing. The Discord, and we'll put the Discord thing. The Discord thing. Okay, here's the Discord. Okay, so the Discord thing is on. Patreon, you can also join us. You can, if you haven't already liked, can you please like? Oh my God, we got like nobody liking. Why do we have nobody liking this show? I don't know why we don't know. Has anybody liked this thing? We gotta stay on while people like it. It's free to like it. It's free to like the show. Please like the show. Okay? Go to Twitter. Yeah. That's 36 likes. Let's see if we can get to 40, which is great. 40. You need to do a 1K special stream when you hit it. Well, it's amazing. We've done 61 straight streams, so you guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. Sale Grover is on FSN if anyone's interested. I mean, I can't watch it, but I support it 100%, as you know that I do. Trump will sort Ukraine out. I don't think he will. But people are making money from this. So, what is this? I don't know where that is. Hold on a second. There we go. Can you see that? Can you see that now? That's Discord. Okay. Yeah, Putin is not a great guy, but the people like Putin. We got 40 likes now. That's amazing. So a round of applause to everybody. Make sure you become a member. You join. You just press join. It's £36 a year. I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know what. And I read half of it already. I'm gonna read the email. Yeah, it's only 13 for 10,000. Yeah, that's great. That's really great. Let me just see how many that is. I don't have that. I have 15. We need 15. All right, so there we go. I'm saying goodbye. I'm gonna hang on. We're gonna keep. I'm gonna go, but you guys can stay for a couple of minutes. Okay. And just I want to thank everybody for being involved, for really, really being involved. I'm 100% supporting Israel. I'm 100% supporting the Jews. The Islamists have 20, 30 countries, and I'm not even including Britain in this. But I thank you, Mark and Russ and Alex, Joe and Kerry and Judels, of course. People do like Putin. The people of Russia like Putin. A lot of them do. Yeah, Vatanai, Simon, Donna, Vatanai. Yeah, I like. This has been a great show. Joe and Lud, Donna Aylesbury. I love when she's here. Cheese String. I still don't know if she's a girl. I don't know it, but I find they're very attractive. Cheese String is a man, says King. Yeah, maybe Lucy. You know. Everyone knows what my feelings for Lucy are. Let's see who else. Who else is here? Russ Maneve came in there. That was really nice of him. Mark J. Rubin, who's a Jew. Okay. Who's a Jew? I mean, Marianne from Peekskill. These are Keith Bexley, Vatanai. These are good people. You're such good people. I love you all. I love you for watching, for listening, for commenting, for talking to the people. Okay? I like you. I like you, Jarrett. I like you for talking to me. I like the way you're really nice to me. Even when you're screaming at me, like Lucy or Judels, I still think that, you probably are nice to me. Lorna, I hope you're nice to me. You are nice to me. Whatever. But you like a good argument, as I do too. I don't even like it, but you can't help yourself. Leanne, fantastic girl. These are all going to be, I'm going to be married to these four, but they can also, I'm going to send them out to have conjugal relations with all the other guys here. Okay, so you're not going to be a lonely guys. You're going to have tons and tons of girls because I'm going to not be able to make them happy. Yeah. Claire C., good to see you. She's amazing. She is amazing. Who else? Anybody else? Anybody else that I've forgotten about? I think I've forgotten Mark the Rosian. Maybe I've forgotten new people. Okay. No, Ireland has to join with England to be one country. Has to be one country. Ireland and Israel and the UK, one Christian country. One Christian country. Round of applause for everybody. We'll see you. I love you. I love you. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you join, make sure you go to Patreon, make sure we see you tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, people.